Okay, good morning, everybody. Today we will continue what we already started talking about with chapter 18. So we have a new lesson today. Yesterday and the days before, we talked about the graphs. How can we draw them? How can we find the gradient of a graph? How can we draw the graph of the equation of y equals mx plus c? So today we will start with another presentation. So we will start talking about simultaneous equation. I'll wait for one more minute so everybody will join in. So far we're 12. I'm waiting for the rest of your friends to join in. During that time, I will share my screen. Here we are. And yes, so we're talking about this lesson, which is simultaneous equation. How can we solve simultaneous equation from the graph? Rama Barakat. Rama, I missed you yesterday. You didn't attend our class, yes? صح راما امبارح ما حضرتي معانا؟ Okay. تمام, I missed you. Yeah. Let's start talking about a simultaneous equation. Everybody can see my screen? Everybody can see the screen of lesson 18.4 simultaneous equation. Thank you, Selena, Rama, everybody. Yes, okay. So we will be talking about simultaneous equation, and we already talked about simultaneous equation when we talked about last year لما حكينا على Chapter 9, when we've been talking about algebra, how can we solve two equations simultaneously with two variables? So we would find the value of x and the value of y. Okay, so let's start. What is the main objective for our lesson today is to use the graph to solve simultaneous equations. And by the way, using the graph to solve simultaneous equations, this is a very simple lesson, very simple. وكتير أسهل من درس simultaneous equation when we use to solve it algebraically. Okay, how can we do that? Okay, هلا, if we have two equations, as we said, we have y equals x plus 4 and we have y equals 2x minus 1. Two equations, to solve them simultaneously, that means, I have two variables. I have, when حكينا yesterday, we said that when we have the general formula of y equals mx plus c, a linear equation, we have two variables. We have the variable of y and x. وكمان عندنا two constants اللي هم coefficient of x اللي هو m, كمان c, which is the y-intercept. If I want to find the solution of these two equations, that means I need to find the value of x and the value of y. How can I work them together? Work them together simultaneously means that I will solve them both together at the same time. I will be working with both equations at the same time. أخذناها ب chapter 9, as I told you. How can we solve them algebraically? I think everybody knows that we can solve them algebraically. How can we do that? نرجع نتذكر. Okay, we have either elimination or substitution. كيف يعني يا teacher elimination? Elimination يعني we just either add them or subtract them. Okay, so we will get rid or we will eliminate one of the variables. Okay, or we can do substitution, which means, for example, I have the first equation. مثلا عندي first equation, and the first equation we have y equals. And when I have y equals, isn't it the same y here? Yes, it's the same y here. So I can just replace this y by its value. So how can I do that? باجي بقول, for example, how much is y? Y is x plus 4. بينفع أجيب هدول ال x plus 4 وأحطهم محل y here? Can I substitute y? Okay, yes, I can. فباجي بشيل ال y وبحط x plus 4, and so I have one variable. I can work the equation. This is how can we do it, by substitution. The teacher, is if they أعملها by elimination, can I do that? Yes, I can either add them or subtract them. تمام? هلا, let's try to work out the first one algebraically. عندي two equations هيهم. So we will decide that we will eliminate. اللي شرحتها قبل دقيقة قلت لك how can we substitute. هلا بدي أقول لكم how can we eliminate. We can eliminate, we said, either by adding or subtracting. How can I decide that? Depending on the sign of the variable that I need to eliminate. فمثلا لو اجيت قلت لك انه I want to subtract. ليش؟ لأنه I have here positive y. With subtraction, y minus y, that would be a 0. Understood? X minus 2x, that would be negative x, and so on. Okay? So don't forget that this minus goes for all the terms in the second equation. It doesn't go only for y. It goes for the y and the 2x and the negative 1. Okay? And هيك بس عم براجع لكم algebraically إيش بنعمل. So let's continue. Yes? X minus 2x is negative x. 4 minus minus 1, that would be plus 1, and so it's 5. So then what shall I do? Solve an equation normally. بجيب الx الطرف الثاني، كانت negative x بتصير positive x, and now x is 5. هلا when I know that x is 5, directly بروح ل one of the equations, any one of the equations. Let's say that we're going for the first one. So we're substitute to find the value of y. Okay, y equals x plus 4, 5 plus 4 equals 9. So we have x equals 5 and y equals 9. And that can be shown as a coordinate pair. تمام? Any question على simultaneous equation, how can we do them by substitution or elimination? هذا من previous chapter, من chapter 9 we took that. Okay, هلا how can we use the graph, okay, to solve two equations simultaneously? If I want to find or use the graph to solve the same equation simultaneously, that means, you know, I will be drawing each graph. كيف يعني يا teacher drawing each graph? يعني أنا, for example, I decided that the first graph, okay, I will give it the star as their points. Okay? بلش نعمل substitutions the value of x. Okay? مثلا, if x was 1, 1 plus 5, if x was 1, y equals 5. مثلا, x1, I have 5. 2 plus 4, 6. 3 plus 4, 7. 4 plus 4, 8, and so on. And then you draw the line. So this is the first line for the first equation. تمام؟ تعال نشوف second equation. Suggest values for x or values for y. And we will draw it in yellow. So أول value, for example, إذا قلنا x is 1. 1 multiplied by 2, 2. Minus 1, 1. هي الثانية. هي 3. هي 4. Okay? And here we are. And I will draw the line. هلا the two graphs intersected at which point? Both graphs intersected at the point 5, 9. إيش يعني 5, 9؟ بس راح أذكركم بالسلايد اللي قبلها إيش كانت يا teacher السولوشن؟ X was 5 and Y was 9. So whether I solve the two equations algebraically, getting a value of X and value of Y, or I solve the equations, okay, from the graph, I found the intersecting point. The intersecting point shows the value of x and the value of y, okay? So x equals 5 and y equals 9. يبقى simultaneous equation can be solved algebraically and can be solved using the graph. Keep using the graph by finding the intersecting point. تمام? Here are some examples. We have 3 lines, 3 equations, okay? And we need to find the intersecting point or the solution of every 2 equations. هلا, first of all, خلينا بس نعرف هدول 2 equations, which 2 lines? Who can help me? يلا. Who can help me? How can I tell, you know, this equation goes for which line and that second equation goes for which line? How can I find that? امبارح حكينا إنه we can find it from the gradient and there is a very clear indication which is the y-intercept. يعني for example, the first one, the y-intercept قديش إله؟ plus 1. That means إنه it intersects with the y-axis at plus 1. هون إيش ال y-intersect? It intersects with the y-axis قديش؟ يلا فيش هل بلشنا على طول. أكرم أول واحد. مين كمان؟ No participations. وسيلينا وسارة أكيد. فارس بنات كأنه هاي أول مرة بتحضر معنا حصة. فارس كيف حالك؟ كأنه اليوم أول يوم تحضر معنا حصة، ما حضرت معنا الأسبوع الماضي.
مس.
أهلا وسهلا يا مس، صباح الخير حبيبي.
صباح النور.
يلا أوكي خلينا نشوف.
كانت أمي بتشوف الجروب تاع تاسع طلع إنه كل شيء ب8.
yes that's
I
right.
literally missed an entire week.
It's okay, never mind. We've just repeating previous things that we already took. Never mind, teacher. Oh, by the way, المدرسة بعتت link where you can attend all of the تمكين classes على هذا اللينك. المدرسة بعتت مسج إنه بتقدر تفوتوا على هذا اللينك وراح تلاقوا كل الكلاسز تبعونا اللي أخذناهم previous week. You can find them. So if you wanted to watch them, Faris, that would be a great thing. Okay?
هيك ممتاز.
Okay, thank you, Faris. I'll mute you now. Oh, by the way, بس معلومة للجميع. No, I think everybody knows so far. You know, there is a booklet at the school. بتروحوا على gate 4. من gate 4 في البوابة الرئيسية تبعت مدرسة البنات. You can take these booklets. في booklet provided with an answer key for the math. تمام? Okay, يلا Sarah. Do you want to help? يلا. قولي لي. The first line, I already said that this is the first line. Okay?
Yeah.
يلا وينك يا سارة أطلع البوينتر بس يا سارة صورتي يلا so this is the first line. This is the first line because I just checked the y-intercept +1 and it intersects with the y-axis here at +1. The second line, Sarah, where is it? Which line is that?
It is the line below it.
It's the line here in the bottom. That's right. How did you know, Sarah?
Because it intersects with the y-axis at -2.
Excellent, because it intersects with the y-axis at -2. Type, they want you to solve the equations for both graphs, for this one and this one, yes, Sarah, okay? But not simultaneously. They want you to find it from the graph. How can you do that?
-2, -3, the intersecting point.
Excellent. So Sarah directly checked the intersecting point, and she said that an intersecting point and a coordinate pair, a value of x and a value of y, and that is, here we are, هاي حطيناهم شفتوا, and it's -2 and -3. Thank you very much, ya Sarah. Excellent. يلا Selena, part B. Silly, come on.
So we will y equals 2x + 1, and then it will be 2, 5.
Okay, هلا احنا we have the two lines. عندنا ال +1 which is this line. Okay, راح ارجع اعمل لك عليهم بالpointer. تمام. So we are talking about this line. Okay, and this line which has a y-intercept of +6. So we are talking about these two lines. Where is the intersecting point? It's this one, yes, Selena. Okay, صح؟ أنا عم بحل معك صح؟ ولا أنت أشطر؟
Yes.
Okay, so what is your intersecting point, Silly?
It is 2, 5.
Yes, it is 2, 5. That is right. Thank you very much, yes, Selena. Excellent. يلا, third part C. يلا, who wants to help in part C? عنا مين كمان؟ من أنتم? Who's participating? Let's check. مين عنا؟ عنا راما. يلا يا راما.
Okay. So the intersecting point is 8, -8, 2.
It's this one. Here we are. So it's 8 with 2. Excellent, Rama. And that is right. Thank you very much. You did a great job. So it's 8 with 2. Any questions so far على intersecting point? في حد عنده أي سؤال? How can we find the intersecting point? How can we solve two equations simultaneously from the graph? No. Okay, great. So far, doing great job. Yeah. Here's another question. They want you to use the graph to solve the pairs of simultaneous equations. تمام؟ أول وحدة. هلا مين ساعدني نرجع مرة تانية نحط اللاين each line for its equation. مين ساعدنا هون؟ يلا. -2, -4 بس في واحدة منهم is not written in the form of y equals mx plus c. من البارتيسيبنتس صرت على الغميدي عم بعرفهم أنا. سلينا وأكرم خضري وسارة الأسمر. شوي كمان شوي بتتشجع فروحة طه وراما طبعا. يلا يا طه ما جاوبت اليوم. طه. يلا. So let's talk about the first line, for example. This one from top يا طه. Okay? Which equation goes for this line, طه? أسهل عليك خلص هذا اللاين. يلا. Which equation goes for this line?
Which equation?
طلع على الواي انترسبت. شوف الواي انترسبت
negative 2
هذا negative 2 يعني which equation? It's the first.
y equal to x minus 2.
برافو. طيب اوكي والثيرد لاين هذا اللي in the bottom.
third line لحظة y equal x minus 4.
برافو تمام. طيب وهذا التوب بارت هذا التوب لاين صفت أني؟
y plus x equal 4.
طيب طه can you change this equation into the form of y equals mx plus c؟ تعرف؟ once إنه إحنا امبارح عملنا لها كيف نعملها هيك؟ شو بدنا نعمل هون؟
We will take x to the 4, so it will be, we will minus x.
we will minus x from both sides. بس راح تصير minus x minus x من هاي الجهة. برافو. So here we will just cross these two x's. شو صفت الإيكويجن يا طه؟ y equals what?
y equal 4 minus x.
فإحنا بنرتبها negative x plus
4.
برافو. فعرفت ليش الواي intercept is positive 4 يا طه؟
Yes, teacher.
Okay, thank you very much طه. You did a great job so far. Yeah, who wants to help in part A? مين يساعدنا في part A? 3 participants. سارة وسيلينا. وسيلينا نزلت لها ايدها ورجعت رفعت. سارة وسيلينا وأكرم. هم الشباب نفسهم اللي عم بيجاوبوا. أنا ما راح أزعج الباقيين. هي سيلينا الثانية. يلا سيلينا.
So we find the intercepting point for the two equations. Negative 2 and negative 4. Is it 2, 2?
Is it 2, 2? ليش teacher؟ إيش هم التو لاينز إحنا عنا؟ اللي الواي انترسبت تبعه minus 2 والواي انترسبت تبعه minus 4. هيهم these two lines, the bottom ones. Can you see them?
Yeah.
These two lines.
So
okay.
it's negative 2 is negative 6.
Yes, it's negative 2 and negative 6. That's right, yeah. Celine, هاي حطت لك أنا الإيكويجنز and it's negative 2, negative 6. Excellent, Celine. Thank you. يلا مين كمان؟ The second one. صار في عنا 5 أسئلة. بركي في ناس تانية جديدة تحمست. رؤى، يلا يا رؤى. Found you. رؤى. يلا. Intersecting point يا رؤى.
So the line that passes through negative 2 and positive 4, which is 2 and 2, the intersecting point.
Excellent, يا رؤى. Thank you. And that's right. Here we are. It's 2 and 2. Last one. Part C. مين عنا؟ يلا يا رمرومة. يا بركات.
Okay, so the intercepting point is 4, 0.
It's 4 and 0. That's right. And we did a great job. Okay. في حدا عنده سؤال؟ Simultaneous equations using graphs. ما عنا أي سؤال؟ أبداً. أبداً. Okay. طيب. So I will stop sharing this lesson. Here we are. Okay. Do we have any question طه؟ عندك question teacher about simultaneous equations؟ ولا بس رافع إيدك؟
No, teacher.
Okay, طه. Thank you. طيب. هلا, so far I finished the first part today. And still we have almost 10 minutes. So I will start with the second part, which is this one. When is share screen? Here we are. And this is our second part for today. Yeah, let's share. So everybody can see my screen now? Okay. Here we are. Can you see the screen? Great. Thank you, Rama. So we are talking now about direct proportion, okay? And we will talk about practical examples related to the direct proportion. So let me just maximize the show, resume slideshow. Yes, please do. Okay. Hello. When we are talking about direct proportion, also still we have a general outcome. Oh, there's something went wrong. Something went wrong. Let's go again. Share the screen. Which one? It's this one. And share. Here we are. Okay. Let's make it a bit bigger. Yeah. So what is أول شيء بدنا نحكي اليوم عن direct proportion. Okay, direct proportion. How can we draw the direct proportion? We draw the graph of two variables in a direct proportion. This is what we will do today. Second, we will solve real life graph related using functions and the straight line graphs. Okay. طيب. What do we mean by direct proportion? By the way, this last year we've been talking about direct proportion. By 9th grade we will start talking about direct proportion and inverse proportion. خلينا نحكي هلا بس على direct proportion. Direct proportion, when you have two variables, as one of them is increasing, the second of course will be increasing, or as one decreases, the second will decreases. I just want to remind you with a very famous example. كنا نقول, for example, if you are traveling a certain distance and you are consuming fuel from your car, the more distance you travel, the more fuel you will be consuming. Okay, and the less distance you travel, the less fuel you'll be consuming. And if you didn't move or you didn't travel at all, that means you will be using zero fuel. Okay, so دائما a direct proportion, it's a straight line that passes through the 0 point. So it passes through the origin. If I didn't do any action, I'm not consuming anything. If I didn't go to the mall, that means I won't spend anything. If I didn't shop, that means I'm not spending my money, for example. تمام? Yeah. Direct proportion, two things you need to remember. We have two variables. As one increases, the second increases, or as one decreases, the second will decrease. And that means if I didn't do any kind of motion, that means I will consume nothing, I will spend nothing, which means I should be passing through the origin, which is the 0 point. Clear? هدول 2 points لازم تتذكرهم دايما بالdirect proportion. Okay? هلا as long as we are passing through the origin, إذا بدنا نحكي على general formula y equals mx plus c. Okay? حدا رح يقول لي plus c doesn't intersect with the y-axis at the 0 point. So بنفع هون أحط c. يعني is there any need إني أجي هون وأحط c أكتب لك هيك, for example here plus c? No, there is no need. ليش؟ لأنه it passes through the origin. يعني ال y-intercept is 0. تمام? So in direct proportion, it always takes the general formula of y equals mx, a number multiplied by x. هاي الجنرال formula للdirect proportion. تمام؟ ناخذ example. مثلا the cost of petrol is 2.85 per liters in dollars, of course. Okay, they want you to write the formula for the cost of dollars per the liters. So if I want to write the cost, how much is how many dollars per each liter. Okay, يعني باجي بكتبها هيك. Cost equals 2.85 multiplied by liters. If I consumed 1 liter, أو I bought 1 liter, 1 liter multiplied by 2.85 معناتها أنا راح أدفع 2.85. طيب 2 معناتها 2 liters معناتها 2 multiplied by 2.85. طيب teacher 3 liters, 3 by 2.85. So what did it take? It takes the general formula of y equals mx. حدا بقول لي teacher I didn't buy any kind of fuel, I didn't buy any petrol. So راح أقول له 0 multiplied by 2.85, that means 0. So شو صارت؟ صفت عنا إنه I pass through the origin, which is the 0 point. Okay? Yeah. هلا بقول لك use this formula to find different things. So when we write the general formula, we can find, if we know the number of liters, we can know the total cost. And if we know the total cost, we can find the number of liters. And the two variables, بعطيني واحد منهم, and he asked about the other one. So هون بقول لك use the formula to find the number of liters when you buy using $500 or $500. So what is the $500? It's the total cost. فباجي بقول هاي هاي الإيكويشن. This is my formula. And I have 500 equals 2.8 multiplied by the number of liters. وكأني بحل equations عادي. Dividing by 2.85 both sides. And so it's 1.75.44 liters we've just bought from petrol. Okay? تذكروا direct proportion. It passes through the origin. It takes the general formula of mx. Okay? في حد عنده سؤال لهون؟ أكمل with direct proportion? Yeah, here we are. هيا بنا أرجوك. Okay, so this is another equation. Okay, the time taken to print a document is directly proportional to the number of pages. More pages, more time. No pages is printed, that means no time. Okay, a document with 110 pages take 5 minutes to print. Okay, draw a straight line to show the time to print a document varies with the number of pages. Okay, فكل اللي لازم نعمله هون هاي الاكس اكسس واي اكسس. اوكي directly proportional. ايش يعني directly proportional؟ يعني one of the point is the origin, is the 0 point. هاي واحدة. طيب teacher, to draw to a graph you need 2 points. لازم to draw the graph you need 2 points. طب مس كيف بدي اطلعهم؟ First point من كلمة directly proportional يعني it passes through the 0 point. The second point only 110 pages. Okay, takes 5 minutes. 110 pages takes 5 minutes. باجي بروح لعند ال 110 وبطلع لعند ال 5 minutes و I label the second point. You draw your straight line. تمام؟ من كلمة directly proportional passes through the 0 وال second point هو أعطاني إياها and I drew the line. Now he can ask me any question, okay, to or related to this line. فمثلا بيجي بقول لي Eric has a document of 170 pages. How many minutes? شو بعمل؟ directly بروح على الجراف وبروح عند ال 170 pages و I'll check how many minutes. بيطلعوا 7.5 minutes. Okay? So, كمان, let's continue. يلا. Metal wire. Who wants to help here? We have a metal wire cost to 6.2 per meters and they want you to draw the cost to show the cost up to 10 meters. شو رأيك يا طه؟ أنا بحط لك الأكسس بحط لك الواي والإكس بحط لك هون الواير بالمترز والكوست على السكند one. Okay? طه بتقدر تقول لي what is the first point I can label for this graph?
Teacher, the 0 point. Zero point.
ليش يا طه؟ لأنه if I bought more wires that mean I will pay more money. طب if I didn't buy any wires that means I'm not paying. صح؟
Yes. Yes.
This is how I can tell إنه this exercise is on direct proportion. والdirect proportion لازم يمر بالزيرو زيرو. فأول point عندي إياها excellent طه is the 0 point. تمام؟
Yes.
تمام.
Okay.
طب بدي كمان point يا طه. عم بيقول لي 1 meter 6.2.
So draw the cost to show the cost up to 10 meters. We will multiply 6.20 by 10, which will be 62.
Okay.
So he will buy $62 for 10 meters.
هلا أنا فاهمة طه أنت إيش عم بتحاول تحل بس إحنا when we are drawing يا طه لازم أعمل labeling للpoints. إحنا اتفقنا إنه أول point هي 0 point. That's right. Second point يا طه is 1 meter صح؟ اللي هو معطيني إياها من الquestion. 1 meter الكوست تبعها 6.2.
Yes.
تمام؟ وبعدين برسم إيش؟ 2 meters بقول 2 multiplied by 6.2 تطلع 12.4 وهيك أنا عم برسم الجراف كل مرة 3.
هلا مو مرة صح ما بحكي.
شباب شو رأيكم نعمل ميوت بس لو سمحتوا شو رأيكم نعمل ميوت مثلا؟ I think أكرم كان الصوت عندك مفتوح.
بلاش ما احكي لها.
أكرم؟ اوكي هاي عملنا له احنا ميوت لأكرم هو ساهي وقاعد بيحكي. اوكي يا طه. So each time we are just ايش؟ multiplying the number by the 6.2 لحديت ما نوصل للي انت وصلتني اياها اللي هي 10 multiplied by 6.2 واللي بتطلع 62.4. 0 مظبوط وهيك بنكون رسمنا ايش الجراف يا طه تمام
تمام
ايش هذا عم بيتكسر لحاله شفتي يا طه هينا احنا هون اوكي لا والله هاي وحده ثانيه مشي لحاله لقدام احنا هون اوكي yeah thank you Taha okay who wants to help in part B they want you to work out the gradient how can we work out the gradient مين يساعدني ب working out للgradient ما هو اصلا احنا لو كتبنا الفورمولا directly we can find the gradient لو كتبنا الفورمولا راما we can easily find the gradient شو رأيك يا راما
It is the across by the should I write the formula
بس قولي لي شو الفورمولا
بس أنا 1 second okay so it is the meter is 620 multiplied by I'm sorry for the time
اوكي راما ركزي معي شوي بلاش نكتب الفورمولا تمام تعالي let's find the gradient from the drawing تمام how many units up over how many units across how many units up
2 divided by 2 equals 1
هلا احنا ما بنيجي بنطلع يا راما على السكويرز احنا بنطلع على الجمبس اللي on the scale did you see that darling
oh okay
so احنا we have هذه الجمب is how much يا teacher is
6.2
divided by how many
2
لا من 1 ل 2 is 1 unit
1 oh 1
okay.
unit oh
صح so it's 6.2 divided by 1 and that means the gradient is
6.2
Thank you very much, Rama. Thank you. You can mute yourself now. Thank you. Great job you did. Okay. هلا what do we have here? We want to work out the gradient. هلا أسهل من الطريقة اللي عملناها مع راما. Okay. هلا we find the gradient of 6.2. بس كمان أنا حكيت شغلة قلت لكم نقدر إذا كتبنا الجنرال فورمولا يا شباب نطلع الجريدينت directly. أنتوا ناسين إنه هذه إحنا مش اتفقنا إنه الدايركت proportion هو عبارة عن y equals إيش؟ اتفقنا انها it's y equals m excuse my handwriting of course it's mx تمام طيب هلا احنا ايش عندنا هون عندنا cost بدل y راح احط cost تمام equals الاكس بالنسبه إلي هو الميترز of wire فيا اما بقول wire يا اما بقول meters of wire تمام طيب مس هاي الام قديش هاي what is the cost of 1 meter معطيني اياه بالكويستشن هاي it's 6.2 فلو بدي اجي اقول لك what is the formula رح تيجي تقولي لي oh teacher it's 6.2 اوكي multiplied by m هذه الام ايش هذه الميترز يعني باجي للسؤال اللي بعده when I want to write the cost of the formula using a formula اوكي فباجي بقول directly the cost equals 6.2 multiplied by m يعني هذه الجنرال فورمولا منها directly what is your gradient the gradient is 6.2 لأنه هي إيش أصلاً؟ هي هاي الأم understood؟ في question لهون؟ في حد عنده أي سؤال؟ okay هلا by the way أنا I will stop here رح أوقف عند هذا الإكسرسايز حكينا عن الدايركت proportion okay and I will stop here and I will end up my meeting tomorrow إن شاء الله رب العالمين we will finish whatever we started with okay thank you very much for Faris Banat and anyone who didn't know that we have booklets in the school go get the booklets okay and it's already provided with an answer key so you can go through it very simple exercises كلياتهم past paper questions احنا already مرين عليهم بس it's good to refresh our information. Thank you for attending this session and have a nice day. Thank you.